We won't miss it. Thank you so much, Lise. And obviously, the big question this year will be, will the election be fair and safe? During this pandemic, you may feel safest sending your ballot back through the mail. But if not, you've got many options. And our Rick Adams joins us now in studio to break it all down for us. I put mine in an official drop box, and there were a lot of people doing that.
You dropped the mic box, is that what you're saying? Yeah. Well, Gisele on the telly, you're absolutely right. We've got...
I love him.
I just want to... Am I the hairiest man in news? Probably, I don't know. Anyway. But anyway, with only 20 days to go to one of the most important elections in living memory, it's vital that every American has their say as to who they want to steer this jolly ship called the US in the direction they'd like to go. And it could not be simpler. Just vote. But even simpler if you just mail it in, right? Well, as you may have heard from Gisele, that there are other ways for your gorgeous piece of paper to reach election officials. And fortunately, I made a piece about it, which is why you're having to look at me on TV. So let's run it, Juan. So you've completed your mail-in ballot and sealed and signed the back of the envelope. Well done. You don't need a stamp, so you can just pop it in the mail, right? Well, yes, as long as it's postmarked on or before Election Day. But did you know there are ways to make sure that your vote arrives safely on time? No? Well, don't thank me now. Thank me after this. Let's get virtual. You can drop off your ballot by hand at your county elections office, where they have a ballot drop box ready to go. Handy! Or you can also drop it off at any polling place. For both places, just make sure you do it no later than 8 p.m. on Election Day. Capiche? You can even authorize someone you know and most importantly trust to return your ballot for you. Just make sure they're not being paid to do so. And you'll need to sign the authorization section on the outside of the envelope. If they don't return your ballot for you, then they could be in a whole heap of trouble and even face prosecution. So it's in their interest to make sure they drop it off. Voila! If you're voting for the first time, well, big whoopee-doo, congratulations, etc. But make sure you've registered and sent all the appropriate copies of documents required. People fought and died for your chance to do this, so get organised and thank them back by exercising your right to vote. The good news is you can find out if, where and how you're registered to vote and the status of your vote, if you sent it, by going here, voterstatus.sos.ca.gov. Does anybody have a non-partisan handkerchief? Yeah, thanks. And if you want even greater detail, then you can make sure your vote is on its way and where it's at by using this new service, Where's My Ballot? Shockingly, it'll let you know where your ballot is in the system, when it's been delivered, if there's a problem, and whether it's been accepted, via updates to your email, text, or voice message on your phone. Just go to where'smyballot.sos.ca.gov. So there you have it. You don't have to rely on the mail to mail in your vote. Think about what works best for you, and then get ready, set, vote. After all, the future of the free world is in your hands. Oh, is that all?
Not pressure.
Oh, it's just too much. I can't handle it. I'm sorry, guys.
Thank you for breaking it all down. I think there's less confusion than there might have been. You have many options to vote and giving people more access. We got all the stadiums, SoFi, we've got Dodger Stadium, Chavez Ravine. People can go and vote up until Election Day.
Correct. And just make sure you drop it off at a designated drop-off point. And it's quite simple to find, and I'll show you how. Are you ready for the exciting graphic? Here we go. Go to this place. There it is, voterstatus.sos.ca.gov. If you go there, you'll be able to see where your local polling station is and also where you can drop off your vote. And make sure you do it, as I said, at a designated place. You can also get someone else to drop it off for you. Just make sure that you sign the back of the envelope to allow that to happen. Otherwise, and if they don't deliver it, by the way, there's some hefty legal problems that could happen. So,
and make sure that it is an official drop box.
Absolutely.
Put your ballot in.
Got to do that, and it's easy to find. Just go to that website as I showed. There's no panic. You can just take your time, and as long as, of course, it's postmarked by November 3rd, and it gets to them 17 days after the day of the election. By then, everything will be fine. So everyone just chill and relax, okay?
We're seeing record turnout, though, across the country.
Where'd he
Georgia,
go?
People lining up around the
Thank
blocks.
you.
Yes.
So it looks like people are voting early.
I mean,
It's record
by
numbers.
this time 4 years ago, they said there was nearly 1.4 million folks that had voted early. Compared to now, here we are in 2020, almost 11 million folks.
We have one of the lowest
That's
turnouts
really
in the world.
something.
The lowest turnouts in the world, the US, one of them. And this year could be one of the highest because we're doing so well with the mail-in. Mail-in voting is a really good idea.
If you do say so yourself. Thank you, Mr. Rick Adams.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Rick.
Spoken by me. Thank you.
All right, everybody, we're going to take a short break, but we're going to give you a live look outside first. That is the Port of Long Beach. Stay with us. Your morning on Spectrum News 1 returns right after this.
Beautiful shot.
Mm-hmm.